Show you the video, which gives you a pretty good idea. We talked about the site. Really what it is a tool trying to get organizations to tell their stories of where they're at with technology, what their experience with particular problems and solutions has been, and then sharing that with other organizations. I've been at MAP for 10 years now as a circuit writer, and the bulk of the phone calls I get on a regular basis are not from clients. They're often from people in this room and many others who are getting started with a problem. I mean, it would be great if they could call me and get a solution. I'm rarely able to just say, yes, buy this, that I'll take the problem and disappear. It's more about finding out where their organization's at, sort of how big an organization, what the mission of the organization, and then talking to them about what I've heard other organizations use. We've got Nonprofit Tech Talk, which has been running for 10, almost 11 years now, and that's the bulk of what we do there, in-person monthly meetings, is people telling sort of what they've encountered and others learning from that. We're in a different situation in the nonprofit world than the for-profit world, where we really can and do share sort of what we've encountered. If I have a better way to build toothpicks, I don't necessarily want to share that with Paul, who also makes toothpicks. That is not us. 99% of us that get into this community are pretty good at sharing, pretty interested in sharing. It's probably why we're here. It's probably why we gravitate to the other people that we work with and that are our friends. And I hope that some of this will be able to take advantage of some of that and do a better job of what I do when somebody calls me, because I certainly don't always remember, and I'm certainly not as articulate as the people who are in that situation. So the idea is to capture stories primarily in video at this point, but then to sort of sort them based on the organization that's involved and the solutions that are involved. We had talked about Charities Review has some brilliant advice that they give to nonprofit organizations in a variety of areas. We talked about doing something like that for technology, but it's so different for different sized organizations. I can tell you that you have to back up your data, for God's sake, because I've got hundreds of stories of people that don't do it. But what that means to an all-volunteer organization and what it means to a 20-staff professional organization is entirely different. And you do run into this problem where the all-volunteer organization throws up their hands because the solution you offer is $2,500 to add to a server that they don't have, backup tapes to a server that they don't have, and so they don't do anything, which is exactly the wrong answer. And so that is what this is trying to capture. I'm going to show you the video. You can hear from some people in the room on these topics.
So what do I do when I have a problem? Well, anytime I turn to Google. Well, sorry, this is not anything earth-shattering, but it's remarkably helpful.